Clear prop. Mags left and right on. Start. The culmination of the solo flying requirements towards getting a private pilot certificate is a long cross-country flight. Unlike the two required short cross-country flights which take you from your home airport to another airport 50 miles away and back, the long cross-country takes you on a trip that must be 150 total nautical miles with a full stop landing at 3 separate airports, including your own. One leg of the trip must be at least 50 nautical miles long. This trip often looks like a big triangle. Like the short cross-country trips, the long cross-country trip tests not only your abilities in flying the plane, but your knowledge in flight planning, navigation, aeronautical decision-making, and radio communications. I planned my trip to take me from my home airport of Griffiths International in Rome, New York, to Schenectady Airport to the east of me, which lies under the Class Charlie airspace for the larger Albany Airport. From Schenectady Airport, I was going to fly to Hamilton Airport back to the west, which is an untowered airport. Then finally from Hamilton back home to Rome. I selected all my visual waypoints, plotted my course, checked the weather, and calculated a total trip of 165 nautical miles, burning about 16 gallons of fuel and taking an hour and 30 minutes. From a radio communications perspective, I'd have to manage the radios for weather reports, for speaking to the tower and ground controllers at Rome and Schenectady, and for talking to any air traffic controllers I was handed off to as I flew all of the airspace in between the airports. Finally, though Hamilton is a non-towered airport and there's no controllers there, I would still be using the radio to communicate on Hamilton's Common Traffic Advisory Frequency, or CTAF, which allows pilots in the area of the airport to communicate with each other to help ensure safe procedures in Hamilton's airspace.
Griffiths ground, Archer 4172 Zulu.
Archer 4172 Zulu, Griffiths ground.
Student pilot on solo cross country. I'm at T Hangar 30. Request departure east to Schenectady 3500. I have information November.
Archer 72 Zulu, departure control will be 12742. Your squawk is 5374.
Departure 127.42, squawk 5374, Archer 72 Zulu.
72 Zulu, read back traffic just approaching the approach end of the runway southbound on Alpha is a Cessna taxiing to the nose docks. Give way to that traffic and you can taxi to runway 33 V Alpha.
The ground controller gave me a squawk code of 5374. I entered it into the plane's transponder. The transponder transmit or squawks the code and other information like my altitude. The transmission is picked up by air traffic control systems and is tied to my call sign. Air traffic controllers will see a blip on their screen with data about my position. This allows them to give me something called flight following. Flight following means an air traffic controller is keeping an eye on you and can warn you of other aircraft in your vicinity or bad weather. It's like having a guardian angel watching out for you. Flight following is not required, and it's not even guaranteed. If controllers are too busy, they can deny flight following. But I like the assurance of having it, and I always take it when I can.
Archer 4172 Zulu, on course is approved. Contact departure.
Turn on course, contact departure, Archer 4172 Zulu. Thank you.
Skyhawk 3239, Archer Griffiths Tower, hold short runway 33, and are you looking for flight following anywhere?
Syracuse departure, Archer 4172 Zulu is 1,700, climbing 3,500.
Archer 4172 Zulu, Syracuse departure, the Rome Griffiths altimeter 2968. Ident, please.
Roger, ident, Archer 72 Zulu.
Archer 72 Zulu, thank you. Radar contact just east of Rome Griffiths Airfield, climbing through 1,900. Maintain VFR, proceed on course to Schenectady, and VFR altitude is your discretion.
Roger, proceed on course to Schenectady, VFR altitude, my discretion, Archer 72 Zulu, thank you. Alright, so my first waypoint is crossing over Route 20, which there are power lines running next to it. There's a substation and some power lines. I can see the substation, so let's stay to the right of the substation. Watch your altitude, trim down a little bit. Weather at Schenectady is going to be 119-275. 119-275 is going to be the weather over there. We're still 57 miles away, so we got time.
This next segment does a really good job of showing how when you're flying, you're trying to handle and manage a lot of things at once. I'm trying to manage my visual navigation points and also make sure the plane is operating well and listen to the radio. And I think this does a good job of showing how that can sometimes be a juggling act.
All right, well, we just crossed the road, so that's 5 minutes. So we're going to put in a time of 5 minutes, 7 minutes to our next waypoint, which is St. Johnsville. Will be on our right, kind of at the peak of that throughway spot. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to see that or not, but we're going to try. Stop, reset, start. That should be 7 minutes away, so that might be more like 6. So what I want to try to see is the throughway. Now Little Falls should be up here off to my right. That'll give me a sense of where the throughway is. I am running a little quick. Let's cool this thing down a little bit. So, okay, I can see... Oh, we're going down again. Okay, so there is Little Falls. Right, so Little Falls followed down. The next town down...
606, Syracuse Airport, 11 o'clock, 10 miles. Exit 11, roger.
Little body of water in front of us, I can see that. We should be crossing right over the top of it, so that's good. We're on course. No, unless it's that one. Nope, I can see that one. So we're on course. All the instrument things still look good. Our timer's at 3:30. We should hit it around St. John's around 6. I can see the canal there, the river. Okay, there's my time to switch tanks. Fuel pump goes on. Switching to the right tank. Fuel pressure still looks good. Engine still running. Fuel pump off. All instruments still looking good.
November 4172 Zulu, contact Albany approach 3282.
Over to Albany approach 132.82 Archer 72 Zulu. Thank you. So we want to go to 1. 3282. Albany approach Archer 4172 Zulu is 3,500.
Archer 72 Zulu, still in Syracuse.
Sorry about that, thank you. Albany approach Archer 4172 Zulu is 3,500.
Syracuse 4172 Zulu, Albany approach, Albany altimeter 2966.
2966, Archer 72 Zulu.
The rest of this leg was fine. I found all my waypoints, and before I knew it, I was getting ready to land at Schenectady.
Albany approach Archer 4172 Zulu has Schenectady in sight.
4 Golf Whiskey, contact tower 119.5.
119.5 for Golf Whiskey.
Syracuse 4172 Zulu, contact Schenectady tower 121.3, radar service terminated, stay on the beacon coast.
121.3, we're going to stay on this code, Archer 41720 Zulu. Schenectady Tower, Archer 41720 Zulu. For planning purposes, I want to do a full stop and taxi back and take off to Hamilton, Victor Golf Charlie.
72 Zulu, Roger, thanks. What altitude would you like to go back? I'll put in the code for you and have it ready when you take off again.
I'm going back at 4,500, Archer 72 Zulu.
Roger.
Schenectady Tower, Archer 72 Zulu is right midfield, runway 28 for full stop landing.
Archer 72 Zulu, runway 28, clear to land.
Runway 28, cleared to land, Archer 72 Zulu. Alright. First notch of flaps. Goes in. We're gonna. Alright, where you're going with it there.
Schenectady Tower, Skyhawk 3239er Echo 8 to the west, inbound, full stop, taxi back.
Skyhawk 3239er Echo, Schenectady Tower. Runway 28, wind is 290 at 3, altimeter 2967. Report the right midfield downwind for runway 28.
Right midfield downwind, wind for 28, Skyhawk 3239er Echo.
Not a bad landing for being a 30-ish hour pilot at this point. And really it was at this point in my training that my landings really started to turn around and start to improve quite a bit. So I was pretty happy. And it was taxi back, line up, and take off again.
Got right to runway 28 now.
Roger.
Roger, you can turn right on runway 4 if you'd like. Then it'll be your next right turn on to taxiway Charlie back to runway 28.
Alright, we are going back at 4,500. Schenectady Tower, Archer 4172 Zulu at runway 28, ready for departure.
Archer 4172 Zulu, Schenectady Tower, runway 28, clear for takeoff.
Runway 28, clear for takeoff, Archer 4172 Zulu.
Skyhawk 3239er Echo is midfield, downwind, right downwind, runway 28.
39er Echo, runway 28, clear to land.
Runway 28, clear to land, Skyhawk 3239er Echo.
Schenectady Tower, Cessna 94447 is about 4 miles to the south of you, inbound full stop.
Cessna 94447, Schenectady Tower, you can enter a left base for runway 28, and you're going to be number 2 following Skyhawk traffic on the right down approaching base, about here at 12 o'clock, 3.5 miles, 1,300.
Airspeed's alive.
Left base for runway 28, and I'll be looking for the traffic for 447.
Okay, up.
And Cessna 447 has traffic in place.
447, Roger, number 2 following the Skyhawk, runway 28, clear to land.
Clear to land, number 2, 447.
Not much to share on the flight from Schenectady to Hamilton. It was pretty uneventful, but we'll pick up here where I get ready to set up for the landing for Hamilton.
November 4172 Zulu, Syracuse approach. I'm working 2 frequencies and 2 of you were talking at the same time. Can you say that last transmission again, please?
Yeah, sorry, just for planning purposes, I'm going to do a full stop landing at Hamilton, taxi back, and then take right back off to do my last leg to Rome.
November 4172 Zulu, Roger. I currently have no traffic observed between you and Hamilton, so your radar service is terminated. Stay on the same beacon code, please, and change to advisory frequency as approved. I'll talk to you in a little while.
Roger, we'll stay on this squawk code and change to advisory. Thanks, Archer 4172 Zulu. Hamilton traffic, Archer 72 Zulu, turning final, runway 35, Hamilton. Okay, we want to watch our airspeed. We're a little fast. We're on the glide slope now. That's good. And we're fast, so we can pull up. Okay, we're at 70. Nice and stable. A little high. Come down. Speed. Get it in the middle. Fast. Okay, I got the runway made. Power's out. In the center. That's good. That's good. That's nice. Okay, round it out. Lead off that speed. Hold it up, hold it up, hold it up, hold it up. That was one of my best landings. Nice.
I'll skip the trip between Hamilton and Rome, and we'll just pick this back up where I'm landing at Rome.
Okay. 70. You're high. 70 now. We're fast.
Seven two Zulu headed for gas or back to the hangar.
Or to gas, please.
Roger, you can taxi in Delta this frequency.
Taxi via Delta this frequency. Archer 72 Zulu.
Seven two Zulu, is that the first cross-country solo?
It is my long cross country. Yeah, I did the first two earlier this week.
Cool, congrats.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.